everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Hannah Hall and I'm a makeup artist for the everyday woman. So today I thought we'd take a look at the Studio 10 products. The founder, Grace, who is an amazing lady and has been in the business for years, had decided to develop these products because she felt that women over a certain age were getting ignored. And I think I definitely felt that. I really had to hunt for the right products. So I was really excited when she sent me these through just to give them a try. So rather than trying them on my own, I thought I'd try them with you guys. So let's get started. So first up, we've got the Hydrofusion Daily Defense. Now this is almost like a tinted moisture hybrid. Can you see that it looks like it's got this pigment in it, but actually when it's on, I'm actually just going to use the warmth of my hands. I'm not going to use a brush. I'm just going to put it on like a moisturizer really. And it's so sheer that actually any skin tone could take this. It's got hyaluronic acid in it. It's also got squalene to really lock in the moisture, and it just gives the most gorgeous glow. But it's not a glittery product. It just seems to make you look as if you're glowing from within. It evens out the skin tone. It just feels like velvet on the skin. And yet it gives this lovely dewy effect to the skin. So it really is quite youthful and really, really light. So it's not going to sit in the lines. It's so light on the skin, really beautiful. And I put it down. It's also got an SPF in it as well, so make sure it goes everywhere. Oh, I love that. That's gorgeous. It just gives this lovely glow, a lovely dewy effect. So that just sort of evens out the skin tone. It's very light, and you could actually just have that on its own. It'd be perfect in the summer months because it just gives this nice glow to the skin, but it's not too much. It just gives a really nice sort of sheen and a youthful glow. So next is Hydrolift. Now this is a 3-in-1. Can you see in the center there? It's got like a balm. Now that is to hydrate the eyes. Then it's got the color corrector within there as well, and also a concealer, so it really, really brightens up under the eyes. So if you're particularly dark, oh, this feels so silky. I feel like I want to put it all over my face. Look at that, it's like butter. Oh, can't stop. There we go. Look at that. It's so light though. It's not a heavy product. Right, I'm going to use the brush just to buff that into the face. I think when a brand has really thought about mature skin, it's really key because they understand that you don't want heavy products. You know, sometimes you start to put a product on and you're thinking, oh God, that's far too much. Whereas that is just beautiful. I love that. Really, really nice. You see, I've still got that pigment spot there. Maybe I'll try their concealer. There's a concealer one here. Now, I'll just maybe pop a little bit of that one on. It might need that instead there. The other one was just supposed to be just for under the eyes, really. They do all these little brushes as well. So this brush is it is actually for concealer. So you can just pat it on. And actually, this brush is great because, you know, sometimes the brushes are a little bit, oh, that's great, that's gone now. But sometimes the brushes are just almost too big. So say like if you wanted to go into the corners, just, you can't get your fingers in, you can't, you know, you're disturbing all the product. This brush is fantastic because it's tiny. And it's got the other one the other side. But go in with the tiny one and just sort of almost, I'm just pushing it into the skin really, because I want it to stay there. That's lovely. Actually, I'm going to pop it onto the lids because I'm going to even out the skin tone on the lids. I'm not going to use an eye primer today. I'm actually going to use the concealer. Again, this isn't thick. It's lovely. I'm going to use this side of the brush. I'm just going to pat that out. Now, with the concealer on the lids, obviously we are the oiliest part of our face is our eyelids, so we will need to set this. So I'll use her setting powder over the top just to see how that works. It's all feeling so light on the skin. It's gorgeous. Take that right up to the brow bone. Lovely. Look at that. Just all looking really, really lovely, but I'm looking in the mirror and it just looks so light. It's really, really nice. I'm liking this a lot. So next, I've been sent a couple of different ones here. Now this is a bronzer, and then this one is a blusher, and it's a sort of peachy blusher. So I'll put one on one side and one on the other side so we can see both. So first of all is the bronzer one. Now I'm only using a small amount. I don't need a lot. I'm going to use her blusher brush for the bronzer. Now, remember with the bronzer, we go that little bit higher. It's almost where the sun would catch you. So we don't go too much into the dimple, we stay that bit higher. So I'm just going to pat that on. Seems like it's got a lot of pigment in there. Let's take it up here. Remember, if you ever feel you've put a product on and you're thinking, oh gosh, actually no, this is easily blendable. Blends out beautifully. I go onto my ears as well, marry it all together. Oh, that's lovely. That's added a bit of warmth to my skin. That's really nice, I love that. Let's go on the other side with this one. I will put all the links below so you can see them. I probably put far too much on there, to be honest. Don't think we need a lot. So remember with the blusher as well, let's go that little bit higher. So around here, let's go there. Again, it's such a small product. So actually that would last such a long time. You don't need a lot of that product at all. I'm just patting it into the skin. I don't want to disturb everything else that I've done. I'm just giving it a little pat. So that's sort of more sort of bronzy, and that's got sort of a bit more warmth to it, more of a corally colour, I suppose. Really nice for the summer. Gorgeous, love that. I love both. Love both. Typical. She's also given me an actual highlighter as well, so why don't we give that a try? So you can see the amount of product I'm using. It's tiny. I'm going to use my ring finger just so I can see what's going on. Well, that's nice. This is a bit of a stiffer product, I'd say, than the others. Slightly stiffer, but still a cream product. That's lovely. Let's pop a bit down the centre of the nose. Cupid's bow. Gorgeous. It's bringing the whole look together. Really nice. So from there, let's powder down the lids because we did put concealer on there. So I just want to make sure that that sets in place. So using her eyeshadow brush, tap off the excess, and I'm just again patting it on. And actually it's just nice because it cleans up the lids. But this is her powder. It's a totally translucent powder, beautiful. It's a pressed powder, so perfect for on the go. You haven't got a loose powder that's going to sort of come away in your makeup bag. A pressed powder is usually quite a nice option actually. And that sits really nicely. Actually, if I go in with the brush, I'm going to use the blusher brush actually. Just going to take off the excess. Don't like to use lots of different brushes. So let's go on with this, tap off, and let's just pat it, just to set what we've done. And the other side is a highlighter again. Now I know we put the highlighter there in a cream. The powder will just set that, but we can set it in the highlighter. Make sure I've got enough on it. Let's get that on. That's nice. This is a nice brush actually, because you've got the angle. So you can just sort of put it exactly where you want it. Oh, that's lovely. Really lovely products. I'm loving these so far. Okay, so let's have a look, see what's next. Let's go for the brows. So they've given me like this taupey brown. Now this brown seems to, I'm just going to brush them through. I like to always brush my brows down, you know I do. Brush them down first. Pop on a little bit over the top. Oh, this is good. This is a nice colour. Let's have a look at the colour. See, that's a nice colour. It's sort of a taupey brown, but it's not too orangey or yellowy and too dark either. That's actually really nice. That would suit a lot of skin tones. Actually, that's, yeah, it's nice. Give me an eye lift. That's what I want. All the help I can get. Look at that difference between the two. If you ever think of skipping your brows, don't, because the difference it can make is really extreme. So let's do the other one. Oh wow, I've even taken that one higher. Yeah, it really does make a difference. Now the other side of this is a highlighter. Now this is quite good because it's like a flesh tone. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it at the top there, but let's go into the brow bone. The best thing to do with this is to sharpen up your brow with keeping it tight underneath the brow, but it just gives a more polished effect. Just to sharpen it up. Blend it with your finger. Always blend everything out. Now, a little tip as well, if you take the light just across the top, just there, not all the way over, just at the top, makes such a difference. Cleans up all that area. Just look that little bit more polished. Okie dokie. So then we've also got a fabulous eyeliner. Now I did have a sneaky go with this one because I really wanted to try it, because as soon as I got it I was like, oh, let's give that a go, because eyeliners are really important in the sense that, one, when you've got older eyes, your eyes can become quite crepey, so that when you're putting a liner on, it's hard to get it on so that then you don't have any gaps, because the skin overlaps as you put it on, because we're very, very movable. But this one is a dark brown. So if I just show you on my hand, that's it there. Yeah. And so then if I just take it along the lash line, now I'm not doing anything fancy here. I'm literally giving a little tickle along the lash line. And because it's so soft and creamy, that's brilliant. Normally I have to hold my eye and stretch it out. I'm not, I'm just very lightly, using a really light touch. And all I'm doing is just placing it on. The products are like butter. They're just gorgeous. But actually, the reason I wanted to test it is because, you know, that's been on my hand. It doesn't budge. Obviously you can take it as thick as you want to, or you can just do a little flick at the side. And then you can get the brush, the eyeshadow brush, and just blend it across the top before it dries down. just to sort of soften and diffuse it just that little bit. I think it just gives a nice softer eye when it's just that little bit diffused. And maybe take a little bit underneath, just a little bit, just to pull the eye together. Obviously you don't have to do that, just sort of stop at any time. I'm just having a little play. It's gorgeous, really makes a difference. The main thing is on a hooded eye, because I've got very hooded eyes, is to not go too thick on the eye. And if you are going to do it, take it sort of thicker on the outside. As soon as you hit the middle of the eye, you need to almost go underneath and just push it underneath. And then get the brush and just blend it out just to diffuse it. If you prefer to not have the liner on top, you can always go in the eye, which is tight lining. So what you do is you look into the mirror, tilt your head back, and then just lift up your eye and then just push it up into the lashes. Just give it a little push up and then stop, you know, give yourself a chance to blink. Take it up and then just push up into the lashes. That's so creamy and soft. It doesn't take a lot just to get it up there. It's perfect. Just makes such a difference. It makes your lashes look longer, I always think, with the tight lining. Let's do the other eye. Such a difference. Now, another thing with this, on the other side, is like the whites of your eyes, but not white. Back in the day, we used to put white in our eyes to really sort of make them stand out, but it was quite obvious. Whereas this is lovely. Wow, it makes a difference. I'll put it on the back of my hand as well so you can see. You see it there. That makes such a difference. Next is mascara. Now this has got two ends to it. So one is lengthening and one is thickening. So let's start with thickening. And the thing is with the mascara is that I actually want it to do everything. I do ask a lot from my mascaras. So actually having both, I think I'd put both on the same eye because I want it to look thicker and I also want it lengthened. So that's thickened up the lash. Now I have tested this because I've been out on my bike with a mascara on, and I always like to test it just to make sure. Now this one is the lengthening, so it's really going to get to the end of the lashes, so I'm actually just adding a little bit on there too. But depending on what you want, you can have a play around. Depending on the day, you can say, oh, I do this and do that. Look at that, that's brilliant. But yeah, went out on my bike, cycling around with my dry eyes watering away as they always do, and this didn't budge. It's brilliant. So yeah, it's easy to remove. It's not like you can use the warmth of the water. I mean, I do use like a balm to sort of get rid of it, to get rid of my makeup anyway and solidify it. But then it does need an eye makeup remover for it as well. So then let's go back to the thickening to start with. Side. To really define my eyes. So next, let's take a look at the lip. Now this one is a two-way one as well. So this colour is gorgeous. It's a nice rose sort of colour. Now remember to sort of line the lip from the base up just to give a fuller pout. So Makes such a difference straight away, doesn't it? And then same at the bottom. Now just remember not to go into the corners, because if you go into the corners it will drag the mouth down. So keep it away from the corners. And then just do the other side. And once the liner's on, I like to go over the whole lip, because then when your lip liner or your lipstick will sort of wear throughout the day, you'll still have a stain on the lip, and also it won't be an obvious line because it's all been diffused into the lip. So that's a lovely colour, it's really beautiful. And then on the other side, the reason you've got this one is you just take it on top of the Cupid's bow, and it will just give that lift to the lip. And then also just underneath and to the sides, it sort of sharpen up the lip. It's lovely. And then also you could actually just take it so that you've got that at the sides. So you're making it obvious, you're not going into there. Just gives a real fuller pout, doesn't it? Really nice, gorgeous. So next to add to the lips is lovely lip tint. This is gorgeous, and it's got the balm within it, and it's really moisturising. That's lovely, nice colour too. I'm just going to pop a little bit onto my cheeks because it is a little bit of a multitasker. This is great for the handbag when you're out and about. Just want to add that little bit of colour to the cheeks. Gorgeous. Just going back to my palette just to finish off. Just to set everything down. Oh, that's really stunning and beautiful. I love that. I love all those products. So that's it, a nice, simple, easy look with mature skin products that aren't going to sit in the lines and the creases, that are going to be really, really kind to our skin when we do mature. Everything feels so light, that's the thing. The products going on felt like butter, and it just gives that lovely dewiness to the skin. It's not an obvious mask or anything. I feel like I've not got many products on at all. I know I've put a lot on today. You wouldn't have to put even half the products that I've put on. You could just put a few on and get the same sort of effect. I just thought I'd try as many as I could throughout this tutorial, and I do hope you've enjoyed it. So if you have, please remember to like and subscribe, and I look forward to making more content for you. I will put all the links below, and also in the comments, if there's anything you'd like me to review or to look at, please let me know and I'd be happy to help. Okay, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you. This has been a completely independent review. However, since filming, Grace, the founder, has reached out and offered us a discount code of 15%. So this is on her website, Studio 10. I will put the links below, but at the checkout, put Hannah Loves and you'll receive the full 15%, even if you've ordered from them before. They've got such gorgeous products. So take a look at your leisure and let me know how you get on.